Hey everybody, how you all doing? Let me know if you can hear me okay, by the way. Because I've something I realised when I was doing my premiere the other day, there's sometimes when I'm really it's probably because I'm mumbling, mind you, but there's sometimes when I'm really quiet and I'm like, I hope I'm not like that all the time, because I don't really tend to watch my lives back. So yeah, let me know. Let's see who we've got. We've got the lovely Sandra from the Whispering Well, the lovely Kristen from Kristen Louise Tarot, and then we've got Regina from Regina Tarot. Uh, and Jackie. Hi, Jackie. How are you? Yeah, so we got that might be us for now. Oh no, no, I'm seeing more people coming in. Eh, See, it's the C. Wow, Susie. Hi, Sue. Are you Sue? Susie? That was Sue with just the letter C before that I've had on doing round table readings, or are you a different Susie? Um, yeah, so we got Robin from Toadstool Tarot. Nice and loud today. Thank you, Robin. Sarah's here. Hi, Sarah. How are you? From SL Wyman's Rock and Writing. Yeah, I think that was nice and easy actually. Um, yeah, I hope you're all doing okay. What's everybody drinking? Has everybody got a cuppa or what? I've got tea, but I'm just about to finish it actually. For a change, it's not going cold. Um, I've changed my day off. So my working week is now Monday to Thursday, and I'm off on a Friday, which is amazing because it means that I'm off the day after my live, which is pretty good. So days when the live kind of runs a bit later, it's not as big a deal. I'm still up kind of early to to watch. I'll have Sophie and to take Sandy to work, but I'm quite happy that I'm now off on a Friday. Um, let's see what chat we've got. Yeah, Regina, you're trouble with all the all the random band names. I'm sure you'll come up with a few for us tonight. Oh yeah, there Kristen says that tonight's assignment, Regina, is punk band names. um, Trouble and random band names is my band is my band name. Let's see. Try to see if he's got any juicy chat for me, juicy gossip. Um, Robin, my inner art critic in human form. Robin been giving you a hard time, Kristen? Do I need to have a word with him? Same one. Right, okay, that's fine. I wasn't sure because I like it's only a tiny picture, but like from what I can glean, it doesn't look like you, so I wasn't 100% sure. So I just wanted to check. Um, People are slow to arrive today. I know, but it's actually I like a wee cozy life. Like, don't get me wrong, I love having people here and stuff, but I don't mind a wee cozy life. It makes it easier for me to say hi to everyone. Jackie's drinking cream soda. Do you know what's lovely? Have you ever tried like a cream soda ice cream float? Um, so that you've got your ice cream in a bowl and you put cream soda in it, and yum, very very nice. Robin said, "Oh, one universal hello to everyone." Hi Kim, how are you? Uh, Sarah is doing well, drinking some Diet Coke and getting ready for lunch at work. Very nice. Do you know what you're having for lunch? Or is that a bit of a surprise? Do you know, every time I move, my screens shake. So if the camera is shaking, that's what it is. It's because I've got ants in my pants and I can't stay still. Oh, someone's saying hi to Simon. Oh, there's Debbie. Hi, Debbie. How are you? Simon says, "Hey up, just made it home in time. He's had his second jag, haven't you?" How did you go on, Simon? How was it? Let's see. Neem. Hi, Neem. Says hi. Oh, she's just saying hi to everyone. Hello to you, Neem. I hope you're doing okay. And I can see Justin, but let me get back and do this in order. Yeah, Justin says hello, Chris and everyone. Robin says, I have to live up to my reputation as the card curmudgeon. You don't need to be a curmudgeon all the time, Robin. Shadowed Woodland, hello, good morning. How are you? Good morning. So whereabouts are you, Shadowed Woodland? I know that I've probably asked you this every week for the last however many months, but I'm asking you once more because I can't remember. Are you Australia or, let's see, could you be Pacific Coast, America? Would it be morning there? No, it would probably be, it'll be afternoon there by now, won't it? It'll be 1 o'clock. So you must be in Australia or that kind of area. New Zealand, maybe. Don't know why I'm guessing. I could just let you tell me rather than trying to answer the question for myself. My ego's getting the better of me. Oh, Simon says the notification hasn't gone out yet. Oh, that might be why there's. Oh, well, it's not that quiet. It's 18 here. Sue says different picture too, switched from Great Dane to Sphinx Cat. Right, okay. Just finished a walkthrough of the Open Face Tarot. I'll post it on Monday. Oh, on Monday, in May. That'd be cool. That's Robin's first tarot deck, isn't it? Open Face and Eyes Wide. Yeah, the first one, the Major's only one. Oh gosh, I'm way behind. Right, let's try. Oh, Ishi. Hi, Ishi. How are you? I can see people saying hi to you. I can't. Oh, there you are. Hello, hello, hello. Jackie says cola float and cream soda float. Oh, a cola float and a cream soda float. It's. I'm not just saying this to sound Scottish, but Iron Brew float like beats them all. An Iron Brew float is amazing. So that's. Oh, I love an Iron Brew float. Let's see. Sarah is having grilled cheese and tomato. Oh, lovely. What did I have? I had a pasta and so no, I didn't. That was what I had for dinner. For lunch, oh, I had bacon sandwiches for lunch. They were lovely. They were made for me as well. Lunch at Work is the name of my Men at Work Men at Work cover band. Lunch at Work. Twice as busy as 3 months ago, but that's because they had first timers there as well. Oh, right. So have they got people going for first jags at the same time as second jags then? Is it the same jag? Like, is it the same thing you get? Because when Sandy went for his second one, they asked him, they says, is this your first or your second? And I was like, well, surely they should know that. Do you know what I mean? Does it not like say in big letters, second jag on the second jag? No. Kristen says, I wish I had some drama or exciting news. I just restained my floors. Best I got. Ooh, it sounds nice. Let's see. What I'll do, I'll make sure one of my chat reels is on the end so that if there's anything I need to know, it's moving. Oh, there's Neem. No, let's try that again. There's Nerys. Simon says Iron Brews Wimpole. No, it's not. They're not the same. They taste nothing alike. They really don't. I don't get it. Anyone else tried Iron Brew and thinks it tastes like Wimpole? She says she's good. I'm good as well, thank you. Justin is doing his walkthrough of the Open Face tonight. I'm going to show all of my majors only. Oh, that would be cool. You should do a wee majors only card pool for us, Justin. You should do that. The Vincent Petici one, the 4 wins. So it's like an elemental spread. He does like, gosh, what is it? Is it like fire, air, water, and earth, or fire, water, air, and earth? And then it's majors, yeah. So he adds them and reduces it to get to a major number, and then takes the card out, and that's like the kind of overall theme. Kind of what I do with my four card spread, except I normally do it as like strengths, weaknesses, assets, and opportunities. Let's see. Oh, Ashley says strawberry milkshake made with ice cream. Very nice. Nerys. That's what I was trying to say when I said meme. So, hi Nerys, how are you? I hope you're doing okay. Kristen says, anyone ever see the show The Leftovers? Couldn't remember the name of it and called it Free Lunch. No, I don't, I don't think I've seen it. Oxford AstraZeneca. Jag? Is that a Scottish thing? I don't know, is it? Jag? Get a jag? Jag in your arm? It's jaggy? A jaggy jag? I don't think that's Scottish, is it? What do you say? Jab? Flu jab? Shot? Flu shot? I don't know. I call it a jag. Sounds natural to me. Oh, it's Diane. Says sorry if I missed anyone. Oh, so you must have been here already, Diane. Sorry if I've like maybe the chat skipped over you because I'm suspiciously near the bottom of the chat and I'm not that good with the chat. They've just opened up jabs for my over 40 to 55s here, so I can finally book my first. Yeah, do you know? I think we might be. So I think we had 50 to 60. And my mum and my stepdad are in that that range. So yeah, I think maybe 40 to 50 will be next year. The first couple of episodes. Hey, how's that disrespecting it? Saying that Iron Brew's like Vimto. That's not disrespect, that's a high compliment. Excuse me, Lady Ishington. Hi Claire, how are you? Jonathan's here. Hi Jonathan, how are you doing? Iron Brews. Oh, right. Let's just get that off. I don't want to fill your screens with offensive material. Cold coffee with ice cream. Oh, I don't know. I feel as though coffee makes other things taste funny. So I'm not really a big fan of like coffee flavored chocolate or coffee flavored ice cream or anything. Like I like a coffee, don't get me wrong, I like a coffee in its own. And I like a something flavored coffee. So like we've got like caramel flavored coffee downstairs. Beautiful. But coffee flavored other things, nah, it's just that it doesn't agree with me. Do you know what I might do actually? See, this is where you go flying. Yeah, that's a wee bit better, isn't it? I'm a bit higher up now. You'll all think I'm lying about being 6'3". Yes, issue. How rude. A shot of Baileys or butter shots. You say jab, right? Okay, I've got you saying. Jaggy Jagaranda. That's Scottish as hell, says Deanne. Right, okay. See, sometimes I don't even realise the Scottishisms. I don't realise that they are until it takes for like an English person to say that it's Scottish. Let's see. Oh damn, I'm behind again. Well, I don't really have much to talk about, so um, as long as you're quite happy with just chit chatting for a bit, then I'm happy with that. I do have my trimmed tarot of the She I was going to show you because I did film modding it, but I can't bloody get video editing software to actually work on my computer. Like it's a pain in the arse. Like both programs that I've tried, um, and I'm realising as I'm saying this, I'm getting behind again. But yeah, anyway, such is life. Both programs I've tried, when I like move the videos onto into the program, it doesn't show in the preview bit, and it's when I move it into the actual timeline thing, the video bit doesn't show. The audio bit, with all the kind of the ups and downs, that shows, but the video doesn't. Like it just like a blank box. So I think it's something actually wrong with my computer. So like maybe the software that's on my computer. So that's a pain in the arse. Uh, hashtag Scottish as hell. It's the lunch at work hidden track that Chris like, oh gosh, no, you don't want to hear me sing. What are we at 23 just now? We'll go from 23 to like 3. I'll lose pretty much all these. He knows I like Iron Brew, Simon. Oh, I hope he does. It's better with vodka, man. Oh, right, okay, no, I actually don't like Iron Brew and vodka together. There's something about it. I like the both of them individually. Like see, like vodka and Coke. I take really strong vodka and Coke, but I love the taste of vodka and like a vodka and Coke. But and I love the taste of Iron Brew, but put together, it's just something. And it's the same with lemonade. I can take like vodka lemonade and lime or blackcurrant or something else, but vodka and lemonade on its own, it just seems to have this foul taste. Um, I can see people saying hi to Danielle. But I don't. Oh, there you are. Hi, Danielle. How are you? Thanks oh, that's okay. If you're talking about me posting on Facebook, I posted it earlier on, but oh, that's weird that you didn't get a notification. Um, Justin says this is all Greek to me. What is the words? Uh, is that what is that what the kids are calling them these days? How what did she say? We call them a Budweiser. Let's see. Robin has a friend who got sideswiped by a bus riding his bike home from getting the second jab. I hope that's not a side effect as I'm getting mine Tuesday. I don't think so. Sideswiped by a bus. Sideswiped by a bus, as in hit by a bus. Is your friend okay? Um, broke down and bought Tarot of the She. Holy crap, is that a powerful deck? My current soul deck might have competition. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? It's amazing. And do you know something? I would encourage you to like use it to do like maybe like a 3 card pull each day and just keep them out on your desk. Like keep them there and glance at them every now and then because you pick up things. Like I can tell wee stories with them. Do you know what I mean? They seem to have this like really good connection, like the cards with each other. It is a really powerful deck. It is lovely. Um, let's see. Okay, so okay for real work call now. Back soon. Okay, Deanne. We're making Regina crave frappuccinos. Kristen, how are your health goals going? Health goals, piano lessons, any new decks that you're waiting on? Health goals, not sure. Piano lessons, I had one earlier on. Yeah, it was good. I'm kind of coming to the end of learning Skyfall, the Adele song, the James Bond song. Yeah, it's going quite good. And I've said that, well, I said I want to learn. I want to learn some Elton John songs. So we're going to look at that next. But I have said, like, my niece loves Frozen, so she does. And she belts out "Let It Go" like nobody's business. In fact, a couple of years I've seen the video of her singing it. So I've said I'm going to try and be a cool uncle, and I'm going to try and learn "Let It Go" on the piano for her. So that's the plan. Jonathan is good, juggling life as usual. Got to come home. Oh, sorry, got to come on here because Apollo is having his music class. Oh, that's good. What is he? What is Apollo learning or playing in music? Uh, editing. Check under edit, then preferences, which file types it's set to import. I think. Maybe I had Sandy looking at it, but vodka. I just saw something about vodka and coke sounding blasphemous. What? Vodka and coke sounds blasphemous. Rum and coke is the way. Yeah, I do like Morgans and coke, or Sailor Jerry's and coke is lovely, but vodka and coke is beautiful. In fact, I've been absolutely off my boobies drunk on vodka and coke on YouTube lives before. So yeah, I do love my vodka and coke. All of my Scottish talk, right? It sounds Greek. Facebook has shifted all group notifications to highlights only. Yeah, I saw some Zoe. Um, Zoe posted that in Tarot in the Hudson today. Um, let's see, craving a Long Island iced tea. You aren't kidding. Those cards really wanted to talk. Yeah, they're good. When I was a wee lad, I used to drink Greyhounds. Do they have them there? Vodka and grapefruit juice. Hmm. I don't know, but I'm not a big fan of grapefruit juice, Robin, so I probably wouldn't have. Grapefruit juice to me, right? This is what grapefruit juice tastes like. It tastes. See if you take the taste that you get when you've just brushed your teeth and then you drink something like fresh orange juice, or like something that you shouldn't be drinking after you've just brushed your teeth. See that like horrible sour taste? That to me is the essence of grapefruit juice. I just can't stand this stuff. It's horrible. It's like a taste that's wrong, is what it tastes like to me. Um, Not gonna lie, I might be saying that because of the bottle. You said my reading on exercise. Oh yeah, figured it meant you had health goals. Oh no, that's okay. I just wasn't sure what we were talking about. Um, yeah, I mean, like we try and go out walks, but I mean, to be fair, we've not done that in a while. Have been eating a wee bit healthier. Like lots of I've got like 2 egg boxes in the fridge, and because of past mistakes, Sandy's I've made it very clear. So I boil hard boil eggs, and then put them back let them cool and put them back in the fridge. And then it means like if I want a snack, rather than reaching for like a biscuit or something, I can reach for a boiled egg. It's a lot healthier. But yeah, there's times in the past when I've just put them in a random box and he's not realised. So he's like double boiled eggs and then wonders like what was wrong with his eggs. So yeah, I got around for that. So yeah, now it says like boiled eggs all over it. Hi Antoinette, how are you? And I can see V Kestro's here as well. Hello to you guys. Hope you're doing okay. I've never liked Bacardi. White rum. Bacardi white rum. It's never been my thing. Uh, let's see. I can hear like my breath like coming through the microphone. So if it gets annoying, then do tell me. Um, did you say you know how to play Boys or You Pretty Things on the piano? I want to hear that. Do you know I did learn it, Robin, but I'm terrible for like keeping up with it. Like I should go back and practice. the songs that I've learned, but I don't. So I would probably need to kind of take a wee bit of time and learn that again. But I don't mind doing that because it's a fun song to play, and I'll do it. And when I do, I'll send you like a I don't know, a video on Facebook or something. Oh, yeah, off my boobies, off my tits, drunk. It's just WhatsApp. The only thing I like more than tarot is Elton John piano. Yeah, I've said to him I either want to learn I'm Still Standing or Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. So I'm going to have a look at, well, I'm going to send them because I know this isn't supposed to be about music, but so I've got this. In fact, I think you've got that as well, Justin, haven't you? And I think it's got loads of Elton John stuff in it. So I'm going to send them. It's just opened up at I'm Still Standing. So I'm going to send them pictures of the music that I've got, and he can tell me whether it's too hard for me or whether it'll be okay. Bailey's is Jackie's fave now. No, Jackie. I hadn't heard that. Yesterday I tried something called Screwball, which is peanut butter whiskey. I've heard of a Screwball, but I think it was like a shot, and I don't think it was anything to do with peanut butter, if I remember rightly. Sandra says good idea. Do you know, I'm that far behind. I'm not 100% sure what the good idea was. What was it? What did I say? Gosh, I can't remember. Oh, the eggs. The boiled eggs, yeah, it is, because I love boiled eggs. A bit of a pain in the ass to peel sometimes, but yeah, I enjoy them. Yeah, a good steamed hard egg. Yum. Is a steamed egg not just the same as a boiled egg, except you're just a bit of a fancy bitch, Jonathan? Steaming these eggs. What did Justin say? I got drunk in the Bacardi factory in Puerto Rico. Did you? Oh, I'm at the bottom. Rum and ginger is really nice, especially when the rum is spiced. Antoinette likes a spot of Admiral, Old Jay's Tiki Fire, 80% proof. Ooh, that sounds strong. There's a drink or a shot that has nothing to do with this whiskey. I was super confused. That's the screwball thing, yeah. Don't forget to give your egg an ice bath after steaming. Easiest peeling eggs ever. Yeah, I mean, I do normally kind of well, I don't steam them. Um, I boil my eggs and then I like kind of steep them in cold water. Not an ice bath, just a cold water bath. Um, Again, I'm not as sophisticated as you, Jonathan. It sounds as though I'm making fun of you. I'm not. I'm just having a bit of banter. I hope that's coming across. Um, just got your Mary L deck for the study group. Oh, that's exciting. I've been doing study groups. In fact, I can, because I was talking to Simon about this now. I want to check something. So what I'm going to do, like, give you a wee preview of the kind of thing that I've got planned for the study group. Let me see if I can find my PowerPoint because I've not got all of the slides ready for thingy yet. But I'm going to try this out actually. I'm glad you said that, Kristen, because um, so I plan on doing a kind of share screen type thing, and this will be both Zoom and YouTube. but I want to check and see how easy it is to do StreamYard. I can see there's a screen share button here. Let's see, Drunk in the Guinness Factory in Dublin says so. It's a pampered egg, yeah, I know. Oops. You did more than sample, Justin. Yes, it sounds like you did. Bring water to the boil, shut the gas off, cover for 11 minutes, shock immediately in cold water. Are you just telling us how to make boiled eggs, Just? I've got a wee egg timer, you know, the wee thing you put in with it, and you can see how cooked it is. Can't wait for Mario study group. Oh, thanks, Simon. So, no, even if you insulted me, I think it was cute because of your accent. Oh, that's good. I suppose I've got a wee bit of leeway there, haven't I? If I ever get anyone from Scotland coming in, then that, you know, I don't have my, you know, I don't have that. What's the phrase? I don't know. Insert the appropriate phrase there. You know what I'm trying to say. Description of an egg. Right. Okay. Hang on. Where's my? There it is. Right. Okay. So if I do that on that screen, I don't think I need to have that up. Just that's kind of boring. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to see if I can share screen. Sharing screen is easiest with two monitors, yes. I don't, sharing screen works best on a good computer. Generally how things tend to work. Some screens let you share audio. I don't really want to share audio though, but I don't have audio, so it's fine. Screen 2, share. Ah, right, okay. So this is what, so hang on, let me move that. So Jackie says I have Muriel coming. Me too, Jack. I've got the second edition coming. I ordered it just because I wanted to have the book because I know there's subtle differences in the books. So this is what I've got. So I can either do it like that, right? And like I've got it just kind of like pointing out different symbols. So like his posture, nudity, the caduceus, the dragons. So that's basically what it looks like. So that actually looks as though it's coming up okay there. But what I can also do, my kind of plan if that wasn't working, so if I stop sharing that just now, I can use OBS to share screen like that. So yeah, both work, and with OBS it takes up the entire screen, so that might be, I suppose you can do that as well with this. I don't think it's going to make that much a difference, is it? I don't know. Do you guys have a preference? Let me just get out of this now. End slideshow. And I don't really need to be screen sharing anymore. Preamble. There we go. I'm back. Let's see. I won't be doing the Zoom, but I'll be doing the same for the YouTube. So that what I've just done there will be what I'm doing for the YouTube live. So those are the two options: either having me do the first one where I'm in the corner, or just have the entire screen as the PowerPoint. I think the entire screen might be a bit more helpful, won't it? Because you don't really need to see my ugly face any more than you have to. Let's see. Deviled eggs. Right, there was Jonathan's comment that I saw. So I'm sorry, I'm just trying to catch up, guys. Eggs under Dublin. Couldn't decide about liquor, phosphate, and alcohol. Right, okay, so that's about Marielle. Can you imagine if 30 people show up to the Zoom? Yeah, so one of the things that I'm going to do, and I actually had it on the first slide, I've got some, just some like kind of common ground, just some wee bits and bobs. And one of the things I've said for the Zoom is I'm going to ask if people can, if there's a lot of people, depends on how many people. If there's only like 5 years, then it's fine. But I'm going to ask if people can stay on mute unless they're speaking. And if they use, there's like a raise hand thing on Zoom. So under the reactions button on Zoom, you can do a raise hand thing. And I can have like the participants like popped out and on my other screen so that I can see, if anyone's raising their hand, if anyone's come in and I need to mute them, or if there's anything wrong, then I can hopefully keep on top of it. So yeah, if there's a lot, then that was the plan, and I think it just kind of thank you, Jackie. I think it just keeps it like flowing, and it means people aren't talking over each other. But the other thing is, it means like if we don't do the raise hand thing, I feel as though I'm going to have to go around and say, you know, Jackie, if you get to say, Jackie, I don't know, I think you're planning to come to the YouTube, but just for example, like Antoinette, if you get in to say, Regina, if you get in to add, like, Jackie, so do you know what I mean, and go around everyone. Now that's going to take time. That's potentially going to waste a lot of time, but also I might be putting people on the spot that just want to come and listen and not speak, and that's fine if people want to do that. And I don't really want to be kind of putting them on the spot like that. Does that make sense? So I so yeah, I think the raise hand thing will be good if there's a lot of people there. Yeah, I've thought this through. Hashtag overachiever, where's Gerald? I can boot you out, you wee shite. Thanks, Jonathan. Yeah, I mean, and like I said before, it's not supposed to be like a teachery thing. I'm not meaning it to come across in a wanky way. I'm just doing it so that we have got something to bounce off of. We've got something to talk about. Like once I've finished going through that slide, at the end of each card, there's a big like kind of what do you think? Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to open it out to the floor, and if someone else has brought something they want to present on the screen, obviously I'm talking more about Zoom here, but if someone else has got something they want to talk about, then they can present their slides or their information they've found. It's everyone's going to have an equal opportunity to bring whatever they want. So I just wanted to have something to kick us off that was reasonably that goes through the symbols and stuff, if that makes sense. So that I'm doing my mum does that. She says, does that make sense? And now I'm doing it. But I can only read it if I take the comments off the screen, says Antoinette. Right, okay. Right, so are you on your phone? Does that mean? And you talking about YouTube? That's great. Sandra won't be doing the Zoom, but be doing the YouTube live. It's fine, Sandra. Everyone's welcome to one or the other or both, or they can swap each month, or it really doesn't. Oh, thank you, Simon. No way, I just made it up. Oh, Laurie tries life. Hi, Laurie, how are you? You can have an insert frame in OBS too, can't you? An insert frame. How do you mean an insert? Like an insert of what? You can pretty much do what you want on OBS. I can design any kind of a scene that I want. So like in OBS, I've got like facing cards. I've got it without my logo for like Zoom. I've got that with the explicit warning for when I was doing the Tarorama. I've got that, which is just a bit more zoomed out for larger spreads, and then I've got the screen. I've also got my intro, but we don't want that. So yeah, I can do what I want in OBS pretty much, I think. Both ways. Oh, right, both ways. I forget I had asked a question. So both ways work. That's good. When I was in Dublin in 1998, we got signed up for a haunted pub crawl. That was so much fun. What I remember of it. What time are we on, by the way? Oh gosh, it's 22. Time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it? See, I always feel these things fly a lot better when I've not got anything planned. See, when I'm totally half-arsing it and I've not planned anything for the session, they tend to go quicker. Um, Not quicker. I tend to be able to just kind of chat away and not come to like 9:30 and I'm like, oh shit, I better start reading cards now then, I guess. Um, oh, Jackie, you're a wee sweetheart. I had a college buddy who lived in Dublin, Dublin. I was Dublin, PA. What time is the Zoom session starting again? So the Zoom session is starting at 4 p.m. British Standard Time. So where are you? Well, I know where you are, but time zone, are you just kind of Eastern? So are you 5 hours behind me? So is that 11 a.m. for you? Uh, I've tried to pick times like for the Zoom and for the Facebook, no, fucking Facebook, Zoom and the YouTube, so as that everyone should be able to make one of them. Do you know what I mean? I've tried to do it so as that it includes everyone. Um, right, raised hands works. Oh gosh, I must be way behind. Yeah, yeah. I just don't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to come across like I'm being a know-it-all. That's all. I want to strike the balance between like managing the Zoom well, such that like people can get the most out of it, but I don't want to do it in a kind of I don't know, just a bossy boots way, do you know, or in a wanky way. Um, did you boot poor Justin out of someone else's live once, Chris? No, I don't think so. No, although it sounds like something fun that I might do sometime. No, I'm joking. As if I'd do that. Um, what was Gerald here? Taro Stash. There's the very man himself. I only saw that because the chat jumped. Um, Google that. Sounds like a great group. Hope everyone has a great time. Marielle was not for me, but I know it's well loved. Do you know? See, even like you've seen there what the slides look like. So it's not like you would. It's imperative that you have them right in front of you because I'm going to have the pictures on the screen for you to look at. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sure it'd be helpful if you had the deck, if you had it there, but so see, even if you wanted to come along, and I'm sure that there's so much kind of symbolism in those cards. They draw from so many different kind of areas of mythology and religion and whatnot. Like you'd be able to learn stuff even if you don't ever intend to use that deck. There's so much to learn from it, I think. Um, have a think about it, Sarah, because yeah, I'm hoping that it'll be beneficial, even if it's not necessarily a deck that you would want to learn with, or want to use. It amazes me how many different accents there are on a little island like the UK. Oh, thank you, guys. I'm glad you think so. Um, Tristan, I export it from OBS to OpenShot. Are you working on being an overachiever? Just try to be a wee bit more like you, Gerald. Ireland is even smaller, and I could tell what part people were from just from their accents by the time my summer abroad was done. Yeah, even just Northern Ireland, like just the top of it. Like there's all the different places, all the different counties, because in Northern Ireland they talk in counties, like County Down, County Armagh, or I can't even remember, um, but yeah, they've all got their own accents. Yeah. Right, do you know what we'll do? So let's see, I'm going to look for tags. That was the overachiever, and then Sarah says, "Good to know. I'll watch for the notification and check it out." What I'm going to do, let's have a wee look. I'll show you my tarot the she, all modded, trimmed and edged and stuff. Use this one. So I'll shift Jonathan. So Laurie says, I feel the same. Hearing what Chris just said is making me think again, though. I do like his interpretation. Oh, thank you. I can send you some little cards for hashtags if you want. I'm happy to support your overachieving efforts. And I think I've got the Zoom sorted so that you can see, yeah, so that it's on continue. So this is what the normal it looks like not, well, I suppose it is modded because I've edged it in black, but this is what it looks like just with the borders. So you've got like the Dreamer 6 or the major number there, and then you've got like kind of keywords down the bottom. I haven't modded my tarot the she yet. So I got a second one and modded it, Gerald. And I did film a video, but it's far too long. And like I was saying, I can't get my video editing software to work. So yeah. So that is so that's it, not modded now. This is what I've now got. So I edged it in purple. Just something different from the black of the other ones. I think it goes well because you've got this kind of purple sheen to the backs. So that's what the backs look like now. And yeah, I've taken it down to just the images. And I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out, to be honest. And I'm starting to get quite good at recognising them, I think. That was my reading a couple of days ago. So it was like how like that. See what I'm talking about? We're kind of making up stories from them. So like, look, you've got this mask, and you've got this a magpie, I think, and then the mask is shattered. It's like the mask is shattered, and it's almost as if like the magpie is being freed from its bounds and transforming back to human form. So you can see it starting to transform back in the tower here, and the mask has been blasted off. It's still got its wings, and then when we move to the dancer, it's completed its transition. It's now in human form. We see this beautiful this we've got the moon, and then this kind of sphere of water here that has the cup in it. So like that, the sphere of water to me with the cup, that's like the internal kind of emotions and emotional self, and then the moon is like the external, the environmental factors, and then you see there's an intersection, that's the sun. So there's so much, like you can pull these stories from this. They're really powerful readings. But anyway, sorry, I was supposed to be showing you. So yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out. Robin says, I can't get into this deck, but it definitely more interesting without the borders. Yeah. Shadow Woodland says, every time you see it trimmed, you're tempted. Reminds you when you took the borders off your Thoth, says Robin. Yeah, my Thoth is borderless. Have you ever noticed that? I said this in a chat the other day, but I don't know I don't know if anybody noticed. The Thoth, so see if you look at the tens, right? The tens in the Thoth deck. Have you ever noticed that all of the tens except the Ten of Wands is in the shape of the Tree of Life? So the handles on the swords are all in the shape of the Tree of Life. The cups are all in the shape of the Tree of Life, and the pentacle or the discs are all in the shape of the Tree of Life. But the wands are just, they do the kind of usual Marseille, like 4 and 4 plus the 2. I thought that was really cool. And naturally, I asked James Feeney, because he's like the Thoth expert, if he knew why, but he did tell me, or he gave me a kind of theory, but it was something to do with, like, I think Crowley might have viewed fire as being kind of slightly, better than the other elements or something like that. But he was just theorising. I don't think anybody knows for sure. Kristen says, don't like the art with the borders, but you like it without. Trimming to the image will force you to read the cards intuitively, Chris. Yeah, definitely, Gerald. I think I pretty much recognise them. I know that's judgment. That's quite a difficult one to spot, because that to me doesn't look like judgment. But that's the High Priestess. But yeah, Wheel of Fortune. See, these three are kind of ones that I wouldn't necessarily kind of look and think of those cards. Simon says, yeah, like the Ten of Pentacles and the RWS, Chris. Yeah, the Ten of Pentacles has the shape of the Tree of Life. But I was more interested in the fact that in the Thoth, the Wands was the odd suit out, the only suit that isn't shaped like the Tree of Life. I thought that was quite interesting. Rider-Waite Smith has a Tree of Life everywhere in it, does it? Is it not just in the Ten of Pence? I think it's going back on my wish list, says Shadow Woodland. Who gets shaky? Laurie gets shaky trying to trim. So I can show you what I've done actually. I use this. So this is a Fiskars. Better not have my cards under that or something like that. See how I've got the masking tape here? So I was just using that to kind of mark my place, So it comes back, and then that kind of stops it. It kind of sits against that, and that way I know that I'm cutting each one the same. And that's why they're quite even. I know they don't really look like it, but they are kind of very evenly cut. It's not like scissor cut where they're all kind of different. So I was quite happy with that. But yeah, that's my tarot with the She, trimmed and edged. Chris took down my comment so we can see more of the table. Sorry. Reading Rachel's book on, is it Heindel? Tree, and it's been enlightening. The tree is embedded in every culture as an almost connection to divine, a ladder of sorts. It's in the High Priestess too. And in other cards, partial trees. Okay. Order this guillotine today. Or did you order it today, Simon? Might consider trimming my Deviant Moon. I love the I've got the borderless Deviant Moon. It's lovely. I love the full in the Deviant Moon. Kelly Bear was live this afternoon, and she just showed it, and I was like, I love this full. He gives 0 fucks. It's an easy deck to buy, attractive, deep, and not too expensive. Is that Tarot the She? Because yeah, I agree, it is. I said I would do readings with the David Bowie, the Starman Tarot tonight. So if anyone's got a question that they want read for, then pop it in the chat. We can still chat and stuff, but just make sure I've not missed any tags. So you know to tag me to get my attention. Tag me or capital letters for your questions, and if there's a comment that you want me to read out, or you know that you're speaking to me. Good to know. I'll watch for the notifications and check it out. Is that about my modding thing? Yeah, I don't know if that's actually going to go up. We'll see if I can actually get my what do you call it, to work. Video editing software. Oh, look, there's Jen. Hi, just popping in for a quick hello. Rewound to watch Chris's setup for the Marielle studies. Looks like it's going to be great. Oh, thank you, Jen. Yeah, I was just checking. Oh, there we go. We'll get our first reading. I was just checking. What was I checking? To see. I was trying to kind of see how I'm going to do it on YouTube. Because StreamYard's got a screen share facility, and so has. So has I can do it all through OBS as well. So I wasn't sure which one I was going to use. Okay. So he's looking for a general reading. These cards are quite massive. That's the only thing about this deck is and I've got big hands, and even it stretches my hands to, to extremes. But they are quite pliable. They're quite bendy, so they can be ruffled, which is nice. So we want a general reading for V. Okay, let's have a look and see what we've got. Okay, for your strengths, V, I've got the Queen of Swords for you. Okay, so the Queen of Swords is quite a powerful figure because she can be, I think, to some degree, we all maybe struggle is the wrong word, but we all endeavour to kind of align our intellectual selves and our emotional selves, right? It's, how many times do we see it where it's like your head versus your heart, do you know what I mean, in a particular situation? But the Queen of Swords has got that balance down. Do you know what I mean? She is she's like the water comes from the queen and the air comes from the swords. So she's got that balance between the air and the water elements, the intellectual self, the thinking, the brain, the mind, and the emotional self, the heart. She's got that balance down to a T. She's a highly intellectual individual. She can look at a situation and she can break it down like that. If someone needs to learn something, if someone is looking for a teacher, the Queen of Swords is your person. Okay, so I'm not sure if you've told me previously what your profession is. What do you do? This suggests to me that you would make an excellent teacher. And it might not be like kind of your standard, like your classic kind of teacher in a classroom type teacher, but if you're a coach in your work, a manager, a technical kind of manager, where people are kind of coming to you, relying on you to kind of help them through stuff, that I'm seeing that as a big strength for you. Did you say a general? You said a general, just in general, didn't you? So, yeah, this is just generally talking about your strengths. But given that it's coming up, that suggests that this strength is going to be quite, it's going to come to the forefront for you, or you're going to be able to get good use out of it. Maybe over the weekend, over the next week or so. For weaknesses, you've got the Fool, okay, or in this deck, it's called the Sacred Clown. And it's the Lakota tradition, is that right? The Sacred Clown comes from, or the Hioka comes from. And this was basically quite a contrary person. This was someone who basically forced people to examine their actions and their thoughts, because they were always the opposite. They're always they question what you would call normality. and it makes you think, am I doing this just purely because I feel as though I'm supposed to, or because it's the social protocol? Is there a method to what? Is there a reason that I'm doing this? Does it actually serve me, or am I doing it purely just because I'm in this routine of doing it? That is, that's quite often what the sacred clown will be talking to us about, and that kind of a attitude towards life, it can be quite useful. Um, if it's a struggle, if it's a weakness in your spread, then it might suggest that you might struggle sometimes with eccentricity, embracing your inner weird, that kind of thing. Which is, it's an important thing that we all have to learn to do. Um, we've all got all different aspects to ourselves, and I'm a firm believer in, like, there's light and dark, good and bad, and everything in between. We've all got that to us, and it doesn't. It's. I was just writing this because I was doing some notes on the High Priestess and talking about Lilith. Um, it doesn't do to just suppress the darkness within us. It doesn't do to just ignore it. I'm using darkness as a blanket term there because I'm also talking about things like your inner weird, like that weird kind of part of ourselves that we might sometimes force down, we might sometimes not want to come to the surface. But we really need to examine these aspects of ourselves sometimes, and find a healthy outlet, find a good way to express ourselves. And sometimes we just need to be proud of the weird stuff because that's what makes us individual. That's what makes us special. What makes us us. Let's have a wee look and see. So, asset, you've got the lovers coming up. So this is quite interesting because to me these two are telling different stories. This one is saying you might sometimes struggle to, stray off and go on your own to kind of embrace your eccentricities and the kind of more individual stuff about yourself. But then in the lovers card, I mean, for me, that really talks about that the lovers is like when you've come to a kind of crossroads. And quite often in the lovers, we're required to think about, what path do we take? Do we take the path that we feel is expected of us, the sensible path, or do we take the path that our heart really desires? And quite often that can be going, like, embracing this sacred clown attitude and going off in that direction. Do something for yourself for a change, and not because don't take the kind of responsibility path. We've all got responsibilities and we all need to follow them, but sometimes you need to just do something for yourself. So there's a choice coming up, and that is coming up as an asset for you. Okay, so you've got a choice. You're coming to a kind of crossroads where you can make a choice between the two. You've got the kind of sensible queen head where in terms of choosing between your head and your heart, you're able to do it. It's just sometimes kind of embracing more of that kind of maybe those eccentricities, or maybe embracing those things just because you want to do them. I feel as though I'm talking myself around in circles here. So I do. Let's pull the next card for opportunities. So we'll get the 10 of Wands. So let's have a look at what we've got here. So we do get this kind of usual like burdensome 10 of Wands feel from this. We see this chap and he's struggling to kind of carry the torch. If this is coming up as an opportunity, that tells me that there's an opportunity to delegate. There's an opportunity to break down the task. You don't have to take on all 10 of those ones yourself. Sometimes the right thing to do is to kind of move on and let someone else carry those 10 ones for a bit. So there's an opportunity for you to do that, and maybe that's something to do with this crossroads, with this choice that you've got to make. I feel as though you're going to struggle to do what you want to do. I feel as though you're going to be driven by what you feel is expected and what you feel is the responsible kind of thing. And maybe people are depending on you, and you're going to be heavily led by that. Ultimately, your strength lies with this Queen of Swords. So analysis, looking at the situation and breaking it down, pros and cons of each pathway. You've got all that on your side, but just don't be scared to kind of delegate or ask someone else to take on some of the shit that you feel is you've put on you, that you feel as your responsibility. Does that make sense? And does that resonate? Because oddly specific. Yeah, let me see. Okay, it's uncanny, right? Good. They're huge, and I had to learn a different way to shuffle, right? Okay. Feels like a good reading. I'm looking forward to what could happen. Yeah. So just try and take some advice from that. And I'm not saying like you have to kind of go off with the lovers. I'm thinking of the Marseille lovers. When you've got the sensible brunette and the big sexy blonde. I'm not saying you have to go off with the blonde. I'm not saying you have to be driven by like your heart or your the kind of dark sphinx in the chariot or whatever you want to call it. I'm not saying you have to be led by that, but at least give yourself the choice. Consider your options carefully, and don't purely make the decision based on what you feel is expected of you. Because, like I say, at some point we all have to do something just for us. The chariot is driven by both of those, both of those sides, the responsible side and the instinctual, more kind of desire-driven side. And they both need to be in alignment in order for that chariot to drive forward. I'm talking about the chariot now, and the chariot's not even on the table. I wonder if we add them up, though, what will we add to? So we've got 13, 23, 0. 23 plus 6 is 29. 9 and 2 is 11. Is justice. I think that's justice in this deck. So yeah, cause and effect. Again, thinking about what decisions you're making. Very kind of Queen of Swords actually. Thinking about what you're doing now and what the effects are going to be, but also thinking about what are you going through just now. How have your choices in the past affected that? Is there a way that you can learn from that and use that in order to kind of project the way forward? Makes sense. Get to choose. Good. Right. Okay. Cool. Right. Let's see what else. So you've ordered Deviant Moon. It's just a little too wide for you, says Sarah. So I think you can get the bordered Deviant Moon. And when you trim that, it turns into like a nice wee mini size. If you didn't know me, my random made band name stuff would look like troll garbage. Will my insurance company approve a new schedule for my infusions? Wow. A yes, no question, and that's a very kind of. Let's just see what the cards say, shall we? Will your insurance company approve a new schedule for your infusions? I take it this is health insurance we're talking about, and infusions is a kind of medical procedure. Is that right, Debbie? Oops. If you're kicking about, Debbie, going to tell me if my understanding of that is right, just because, yeah, infusions for, right, okay, cool. So let's have a wee look at their attitude around it and see if we can kind of glean the answer from it. So what have we got? We've got the Ace of Pentacles. So there's definitely something new coming into the situation. We're in the sort of Earth, which for health and for, when we're talking about insurance matter, we're very much in the financial sector. So some sort of new beginning in that area is quite positive in my opinion. We have the Eight of Wands coming up. That suggests that things are going to kind of move ahead quite quickly. And then what have we got? We've got the King of Swords. So there might be a requirement to kind of justify, is that the right word? But you might need to kind of speak to, have like an underwriter or customer service, someone on the phone. They might be requiring information from you, and it might not be easy going. They might be asking you personal questions and whatnot, all that kind of stuff. But these cards to me seem conducive for some sort of new situation happening. For it to kind of go ahead quite energetically. So it's not as if there's going to be loads of stops. It just might be that you have to kind of answer questions and stuff in order for it to get set up right. And just make sure that you're kind of answer, because the thing about the King of Swords, right? He's a highly intellectual, kind of like I was saying about the Queen of Swords. But the problem is he doesn't have that watery side. He doesn't have that warm side. He can come across quite cold. So which is what you expect when you're talking about a contract, a policy schedule, yeah. But just make sure that you're giving them all of the information and everything that's correct. And if you realise that something's not, then make sure you tell them right away, because I can't see that they're going to be like kind of understanding and okay if things if there's anything that's not quite right. That King of Swords is very kind of abrupt, and if there's something in that policy that isn't right, if you end up having to collect on it, then he's not going to have much sympathy with you. So just make sure that all the I's are dotted, the T's are crossed, but I do see it, moving forwards in some positive way. Certainly hope so. It's been a week. Oh, gosh, that's a wee shame, Debbie. You must be sore. So listen, fingers crossed. You might find yourself speaking to this chap. Yeah, to this chap on the phone. And if that is the case, then just kind of persevere through it. I'm saying chap, it could be anyone. It doesn't necessarily have to be a guy. It's just someone who's quite abrupt, to the point, cold, being involved in it. With love, I got to go tuck myself in for the night. See you later, Ishi. Have a good sleep. So I'm about to put my house back on the market. What's the energy around a quick sale, pretty please? Let's have a wee look and see. Okay. Situation 10 of Wands. Okay. I think it's going to be another pain in the arse of a time for you, if I'm totally honest with you. This guy's certainly not having a good time. He's got a lot to deal with. I mean, the positive thing is he's dealing with it. He's not. It's not like he's currently taking on more than he can actually handle. But it's not going to be an easy time, I don't think. The advice card, we'll get the Ace of Pentacles again. Ace of Pentacles, so what is that saying? I think we got something similar when we did the reading with you, didn't we, sir? I I remember correctly, it was something. There needs to be something new injected into the situation. Now, to me, the Ace of Pentacles would suggest some sort of, like there needs to be there's something missing, and it just needs to be added in. Could you maybe like to me, Ace of Pentacles is inject money into the situation, right? Considering the question that we're talking about, inject money into the situation. Now, the only way I can think that that would apply to, selling your house is if you spend some money and like kind of doing it up. But I mean, you've done that, haven't you? Like that's not really that is going to be like flogging a dead horse, I would imagine. So yeah, so I'm not really sure why, what the Ace of Pentacles is trying to say to us. And I'm just looking at the imagery here to see if there's anything that pops out at me. It's funny because, see, when you look at this card, right, you see like this kind of looks pentacly, as does this, right? But he's not seeing them. He's kind of he's kind of continuing on what he's been doing before. It almost feels as though it's quite futile, the actions that he's taking and the energy that he's putting in, and it's stopping him from seeing, what's behind them. There's opportunity there um, to take a different path, but it's as if he's not quite seeing it just because he's kind of just repeating old processes. So yeah, and the lovers for the future card choice, um, achieving harmony as well. Sorry, I know I've gone quiet. I've not lost sound or anything. I'm just trying to make links. So we've got the Tree of Life. After Justin saying about that thing about the Tree of Life being in all the the Smith Waite cards, we appear to have the Tree of Life on the wall behind them here. Now, Tree of Life, we think Ten of Pentacles energy. So 10 ace, and then we have this 10 energy here. There is the opportunity there for it to be a success. There's the opportunity for another path to open up, but I feel as though this chap here needs to see what he's not seeing at the moment. I don't. That's one of those ones where I don't feel as though I've been very helpful. I'm just kind of being very vague, but yeah, that's what I see in there. It's tough to be hopeful after all this time. Yeah. Let's see, because somebody says Ace of Pentacles makes me think. Oh, there we go. Sorry, V said the Ace of Pentacles makes me think something has to be sacrificed or invested to get the result. Yeah, Justin could be footwork, put legwork in, maybe. But I know that Sue's done nothing put work into that house. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, sure you've already invested a lot. Maybe the third card will help. That's okay, don't worry, thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah. Anywho. Let's see, have I got any other questions? So Sarah says, I would love to have just a single card, whatever the cards think that I need to know. Well, let's see. What's Sarah need to know? Oh, you've got the Four of Wands. So with the Four of Wands, Sarah, celebrate your successes. You know, it's great when we get to that kind of first base, when we get some validation for the hard work that we've been putting in. But remember that it's not the end game. You know, sometimes it can be tempting once we get to that Four of Wands stage. You know, once we get a wee bit of kind of success, it can be like, oh, brilliant. You know, I'm done here. I've done it. The Four of Wands is always a kind of reminder that, you know, you've still got another, what, 6 cards to go until you've reached the 10. So just bear in mind that keep putting in the hard work, keep going, but of course at the same time celebrate where you are, celebrate the position that you're in whatever way is, you know. So it will depend on what. I'm hoping that this makes sense to you and you'll know what it's talking about. But whatever the situation is that you're in, then make sure that you celebrate, have a drink, get a takeaway, do whatever it is that you know that you like to do to kind of celebrate. But just remember, there's still work to be done. There's still hard work to be put in. Kristen, general reading for the month of May. Okay. Tree of Life is all 4 elements. It's 4 levels. Okay. Is that in response to something that somebody said in the chat? Makes complete sense. Enjoy, but you still have to push forward. Thank you. You're welcome. Right. Okay. Prince of Swords is your strengths. So so you've got your kind of fire and air elements coming out there. So using your intellect and your passion together to drive you forward is a real strength of the Knight of Swords, the Prince of Swords in this deck. Sorry, we can see in this particular prince, you know, he's battle scarred, he's been wounded, but he's still standing, he's still moving on. Sorry, the elephants upstairs are moving about. Yeah, there's actually is this like TNT or some sort of, you know, explosive. So he's not scared to shake things up, right? He's not scared to kind of you know, cause a bit of a riot. Quite often you'll see the Prince of Swords as being that kind of a keyboard warrior, internet troll type energy. Which, you know, as long as it's channeled in an appropriate and a healthy way, can be quite a good thing, you know, to really kind of bring down that tower and shake things up. So yeah, and I mean, how many times have I kind of praised your kind of intellectual, you know, how you break things down and stuff in your videos and that, Kristen. Geez, that's 10 of Wands. I swear, is that not the third time it's come up? So we've got the 10 of Wands again coming up for you for weaknesses. So this tells me that you feel as though you need that your motto might oftentimes be, you know, if I want something done right, then I have to do it myself. And you're maybe not so good at knowing when to put the wands down and take a break. You know, at some point we all have to kind of stop. Whether it's, you know, at the end of the day we turn off our laptop and take a, you know, just chill out and get a rest. You know, um, we all need to kind of and it's quite a harsh way of saying it, but the world is going to keep turning regardless. We're all just kind of specks within a speck within a speck. If we think about the bigger picture, that's all going to keep spinning. It's all going to keep going round regardless. So don't get too caught up on what you feel your responsibilities are and what you feel people are expecting from you and relying on you for. Um, as long as as long as it's not going to kind of be to your detriment or to the detriment of anyone else. Um, if you're kind of carrying all 10 of these wands, and when you take an objective look at it, sometimes you're just doing it. It's kind of like what I was saying about the sacred clown, the fool. Sometimes you're just doing it because you've got so used to doing it, and actually it's not to your benefit, and it's not really to anyone else's benefit. So just don't burn yourself out. Don't burn the candle at both ends. Just remember that you need to kind of spend just as much time on self-care as what you do on your passions and your endeavors and whatnot. An asset that you have. Oh, you've got the Five of Cups coming up as your asset. So I suppose that's interesting, because why would that be an asset? That's quite a negative card to come out as an asset. So the Five of Cups, we're looking at that kind of a grieving energy almost. It's almost like a kind of a it's an emotional shake-up, okay? And maybe the asset is that you're tough and you can handle that. So there's obviously like Knight of Swords. So I'm just keep saying Knight. The Prince of Swords means business, right? We're not painting pictures of rainbows and we're not doing like kind of airy fairy stuff when we're channeling the Prince of Swords. We're talking serious business, and it's stuff that's going to have this kind of a this kind of draining effect on our emotional selves, our intellectual selves, on our fire, our passion. But obviously you've got what it takes to handle that. But again, if I can just kind of a rehash, if I can just echo what I was saying before, just make sure that if you are taking on a lot, that it's for a purpose, as a clear purpose, and that it does have an end point. None of us have an infinite amount of resource and energy, so just make sure that you're not like doing yourself in, basically. What opportunities do we have coming up? We've got the Princess of Cups. So we're going from we're going from air and fire actually to water and earth. We're going from what's quite a serious and really grueling energy to like a really kind of light-hearted, enjoyable, just being able to see the beauty and the small things in life. So there's an opportunity coming up for you to kind of take, for you to be in that energy, but you need to be able to step into that, I guess. You need to take up that, and don't just refuse it because you feel as though you need to carry all 10 of these wands. When you see that fish jumping out of that cup, when you see those kind of opportunities for lightheartedness and enjoying yourself, maybe it's just like kind of the small things like self-care and spending some time kind of breathing and relaxing, and sticking something on Netflix and just binge watching something for an afternoon. If you get those opportunities, then take them, because that they are what recharges. Okay, and there's definitely opportunity for that there. We've got 12 and 11 is 23, plus 10 is 33, plus 5 is 38. We've got 11 again. So justice. So yeah, it's all about act within the system. So there's kind of axia, criteria. There's rules as to how the system works. And justice kind of requires us to understand how the system works and make sure that you're acting within that, because justice is quite harsh if you break the law, for example, or if you break the terms of your contract, you know, in terms of what you're doing, which seems to be quite a creative endeavour, if you kind of don't, you know, look after yourself, then, you know, justice is that kind of a, well, if you don't look after yourself, then you're going to end up, you know, not feeling well, flare ups, or, you know, whatever it might be. Like you'll be able to put specific context on it, Kristen. But that's the kind of a, that's the harsh truth of kind of justice as applied to that situation, I think. So yeah, how's that? Did that resonate at all? Thank you. Cool. I hope that was okay. Should I colour my restoration of the Paul Marteau deck close to the original, or should I take liberties? So do we stick to the original, or do we get creative? That is the question. Oh, Shadowed Woodland is next. And then Justin. What have I skipped? So I've got Kristen, and then V. Kestrel, and then Regina, and then Justin. So I have Shadowed Woodland. Is quite, so I can see it there, but it's quite far down. Yeah, it's way far down. So I'll get Shadowed Woodland next. If that's okay, I'll do this pull for Justin first. So let's see what we'll do. We'll do a card for general, you know, and then I'll do one for each. So traditional and the Justin method. How about that? Right, okay. So general is the Nine of Pentacles. I mean, to be honest with you, Justin, when you're in that Nine of Pentacles phase, I think you could do it any way you want, and you're going to be successful. The Knight of Pentacles, if we think about the Knight of Pentacles, the nine, Chris, the Nine of Pentacles and Zane's deck, you know, she's like walking golden footsteps. You know, there's pentacles on the ground as where she walks. There's nothing that she can do wrong. And this one, well, let's actually look and see if we can decipher what's happening. Yeah, so I mean, we've got this. You know, we've got the winged creature. It's normally like a bird or, you know, some sort of falcon or something. The point in the winged creature, I think, is just discipline. It talks about the discipline that you've demonstrated to get this far. And Nine of Pentacles is telling you, you know, you've worked hard and you've made a success of it. So be proud of yourself first and foremost. I don't really think that there's anything that you can do that would totally balls it up. But so let's look traditional. So traditional, we've got the Ace of Swords. It's not a negative card, but I'll be interested in how it compares to the Justin method card. The Ace of Swords suggests kind of a different mindset. So that might suggest to me that right now you're more leaning towards going for going for your own kind of a version of the kind of colour. It might suggest, you know, looking at that. I mean, is there anything to stop you doing one of each, like doing different versions? Like, just saying. Oh, right. The magician is coming up for the Justin method. It's the magician wins. The magician wins out because that's just the ace of swords. This is the ace of everything. This is the ace of fire, air, water, earth, and spirit. You know, the Starman. When you read the book, so this is the magician card, but it's been changed to the Starman. And when you read the book, what David DeAngelis says is that Bowie was really, really good at spotting these wee gems see like wee ideas and things that you might glance at but not think it's going to come to anything. Boy was really, really good at kind of plucking them up and saying, let's give this a try. And sure enough, he would be able to make something of it when nobody really kind of foresaw, the potential in it. He was really good at seeing the potential in something. So this suggests to me that, well, first of all, it's the Starman, it's the magician. He's the absolute master of his craft. He knows how to use all of the tools at his disposal, and he's shit hot at it. This is again would rehash the message of the 90. What that was saying is that you can pretty much do whatever you want, okay. But in terms of this versus this, I'm going with the Justin method. You like it, right? Good. Oh, hi, Ken. How are you doing, lovely? Late to the party. You're absolutely fine. I'm excited for you and Jilly's live tomorrow. So Hen and Jilly are live on, well, it's Saturday for me, I think. Is that right? But for those who are like in Australia, New Zealand, that kind of time, it might be more like Sunday morning, maybe. Oh, good. I've just seen your comment, Jackie. Right, okay, I have got them the right way around. Oh, so you bought the collector's edition? Wow. Can't wait for it to arrive. Yeah, you need to let us know how it is. What's the difference between strength and an asset? So your strengths is, it's talking about you as an individual. So these are like kind of, I suppose your strengths are in a way an asset, they're an asset to you. But assets is more like something particular that you've got under your belt. So it might be like an object, an item. It might be something that you have in your possession. It might be a person. It might be someone who can help you out in your situation, or it can be a lesson that you've learned in the past. Strengths for me is more talking about aspects of you as an individual, your personality, it's that kind of thing. So there's a slight distinction, but I do see what you mean. There's obviously a crossover there. And then it was Shadowed Woodland. There we go. Can I get a 2-card pull for the energy around my divorce? Okay. Jackie, this is the Starman Tarot. Let's see, I'll show you the box. Or the David Bowie Tarot. But yeah, Starman Tarot. Well, that just flew out the deck, didn't it? So we've got the Princess of Wands and Prince and the Princess of Wands coming out. Wow. Right, okay. So that's quite eerie how they've come it together. Especially when we're talking about divorce. So let me just kind of break them down individually first, and then we can see, how they intermingle. So the Princess of Wands is it's like a new adventure. It's the adventure seeker. So it is. like full of enthusiasm and ready to jump into something new. Sometimes they need a wee bit of direction in order to kind of stay on track and actually achieve something. But it's that boundless, that kind of endless enthusiasm that kind of really kind of it keeps them going and it inspires other people as well, the people around about them. Now, the Knight of Wands or the Prince of Wands, sorry, is a similar energy, but it's more, it's much more high energy, and I feel it's much more directed as well. So the Prince of Wands will get a lot of shit done. Okay, quite often the Prince of Wands talks about movement just because it's like the fire of fire. It's such a high energy card, so we quite often see it coming up when there's like house moves expected, when a situation is it's changing. There's like it's a big catalyst to change, so it definitely suggests it's a very positive thing to come out to. But try again, Chris. Very positive cards to come out in that type of reading because it suggests quite a positive energy around about it. It suggests that you're ready to take that next step, to move into that next phase of your life. And there's good reason for you to be excited and enthusiastic about it, to jump into it. The only thing that I would say is just make sure that you're channeling that energy, that you're directing it, because sometimes, with the princess and the prince as well, that the prince has got a lot of fire. Sometimes the issue with the prince is he can be chasing his tail. He can expend a lot of energy, but actually not really get very far, if anywhere at all. So just make sure you're being mindful about that, okay? So if this is going to give you this new excitement, this new enthusiasm, this new phase in your life, just remember and keep one eye on the ball. And things do have to keep kind of moving forward and progressing and stuff. So yeah, high fire energy. Um, definitely that kind of Kundalini energy that we associate with the kind of fire suit. A lot of potential for that. What is this? This is one of the Tarot of the She books. So yeah, I hope that was meaningful for you. I'm just looking at the images to see if there's anything that jumps out. So do you see here how in the princess, maybe if I hold up close, the princess is kind of like our wand is in the air, right? So don't get me wrong, she's got that passion, she's got that fire, but there's not really a lot of focus on it. Whereas with the knight, or sorry, with the prince, the wand is right in the line of vision, and the wand isn't the only thing that has the fire energy. There's fire coming off of the prince's very being. Okay, lots of kind of heart chakra energy going on here as well. So I'm getting a really kind of exhilarating sense of kind of freedom and just being able to move on and do things that you perhaps couldn't do before. It is a really positive reading. I'm conscious that what you're going through might. I'm not sure how you feel about it, so I'm conscious that it might not feel like this for you right now. Hopefully, that this, if anything, it just gives you a bit of hope that that things are looking bright for the future, I guess. That makes sense. So much energy at the moment. Thank you. I am thinking that it might be a maturing of the energy. So much. Oh, that's good. Good. Excellent. Right. And then I believe we have the lovely Jackie Jacaranda has a question. Let's see. There's Deanne back. But no help with tracking reading since I've been gone so long. We'll be listening and working on dinner. What are you making for dinner, Deanne? Oh, look, it is. It's lovely. Sasha says, hello, Chris and the Cartomancers. I've rejigged my iPad and all the reminders have gone, but good to catch you briefly. It's good. It's lovely to see you, Sasha. Thank you. Oh, I see Jackie. Can I have a reading for tomorrow, please? I am having my annual observation in the morning, staff appraisal at work. I'd like to hear what the cards have to say. No worries. I feel like giving them a wee riffle shuffle for our Jackie. How does that sound? Let's really reset the energy and find out what's going on with this appraisal. Let's find out how awesome you've been, Jackie. Can't get my hands around the deck. That's what he said. Okay, Jackie's appraisal. So we've got the Four of Wands. So we were talking about it earlier on. It's an opportunity to really kind of just celebrate the successes. Okay, this is an amazing card for an appraisal because that's exactly what an appraisal is. It's the kind of a let's look at what's gone right for us in the past. You're getting a bit of validation. That's what an appraisal is. It's going to build you up and make you feel good about yourself, and obviously it kind of sets the tone for the year ahead as well. It kind of lets you know. You can have a conversation about what's expected of you. You can tell them, this is how I'm feeling about the year ahead. It's just a great opportunity to celebrate the successes of the past and look forward to the future. So that's a great so this is the situation card. This is the kind of general energy around the appraisal. If there's any advice for you, Ace of Swords coming up again. So this to me speaks about kind of the benefits of having an open mind to just that kind of beginner mindset. Okay, so being open to kind of new things and learning things in a new way almost. The ace of am I saying Ace of Wands because I mean Ace of Swords as the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords quite often talks about this kind of strong force of will, this new point of view, seeing things clearly for a change. So sometimes it can come up and it can mean just like there's going to be information revealed, when you get a piece of the puzzle that you didn't have before and all of a sudden like the jigsaw just makes sense, that kind of a thing. That's Ace of Swords energy. But it can also be talking about, the benefit of just having that fresh mindset, because sometimes when we kind of go into something, our ego can sometimes lead us a wee bit, and we think, right, well, I know this, that, and the next thing, so I really only need to get into this thing to learn, that bit. But in actual fact, if you kind of almost not unlearn what you've learned, but just kind of forget and just approach it with fresh eyes and an open mind, you can pick up so much more than what you did before, you know. So that's the advice. Just have an open mind, because there might be kind of discussions about new stuff. There might be new information. There might be new opportunities coming your way. And then the outcome, we've got the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. So this is like the harvest card, isn't it? It's like the card that's like, right, okay, I've worked hard for, I've grown these Seven Pentacles, from just a seedling. I've got this far, and now this is my time. This is my time where I can harvest and reap the benefits of my hard work. Okay, so I think it's looking amazing. I wouldn't have expected anything different, because we all know how awesome Jackie is. So yeah, I think your appraisal is going to go great, Jackie. I think you should be proud of yourself, of everything that you've achieved. And yeah, just this Ace of Swords is interesting. Just bear in mind what I said about that open mindset, and how, the new information thing, and how something might come in to the situation that you didn't know before, that might just open things up for you. And let us know once you've had the appraisal if that kind of turns out to make sense. Oh, you're so welcome. Okay, and I think I have one more. Moth Night Owl, says Antoinette. Gosh, I'm further behind in the chat than I thought. So that was Justin when he got his reading. Then with Hen coming in. So how are things with you, Hen? How are you doing? Shadow and Jackie, and then I think someone else asked a question, didn't they? Asking what the deck was called. Laurie, is this it? Can I get a card or two for the energy around my housing situation, please? You sure can. So Laurie's housing situation. Seven of Wands is coming up. So quite a high energy card, and it can sometimes feel like a kind of button heads card. So it can. So there can sometimes feel like there's a need to defend yourself with the Seven of Wands. You know, it can feel like quite a defensive card. Positive thing about it is it's a message that, you know, you've got what it takes to, you know, to manage the situation. You're on high ground, you know, you've got what you need in order to kind of, you know, do what you're doing. You're in, you know, I don't know if you're maybe having landlord issues, or, you know, I know I'm just guessing about why you would have asked, but Seven of Wands is quite a positive place to be. And then there's this Prince of Pentacles coming up as well. You know, take things, just look at everything logically. The Prince of Pentacles is like the ultimate. I don't want to say bore, because that's, if anyone identifies with him now, then he's not a bore. But when you look at the four princes together, right, the Prince of Pentacles is the one that's the least like his comrades. He's the one who's got the kind of, he's the slowest and the most kind of, just kind of, what's the word? What's the word? I can't think of a really simple word right now, and it's bugging me. But he's just very in control of himself. And now I've lost my train of thought. We've got fire coming up in both of these cards, so I am getting some sort of conflict. Maybe like I said, some sort of button of heads. You know, there's some sort of disagreement, argument, or maybe it's just like a. Sometimes it is just an intellectual discussion. Although housing. Um, but yeah, I think the message there is you've got this. You're in the right. You're, you know, where you are. You're kind of where you need to be. In terms of what side of the situation that you're on. Stand your ground, I think, is a pretty strong message here, because that's something, you know, the Prince of Pentacles stands his ground. He's the only, in the kind of Smith way, he's the only knight that's kind of a stand still, you know. Um, stand your ground and just kind of be confident in yourself, and just take things at your own pace. Don't feel like you have to kind of move before you're ready to. It's kind of like a game of chess, you know. You take your time and you think about it and you move when you're ready to move, and don't feel pressured to move because someone else is making you, if that makes sense. So Sorsha, the prince is like the knight. The prince, we've got princess, prince, queen, and king in this deck. This is the Starman Tarot, and this is the prince up close. Oh, that looks like a speaker. Are you having trouble with neighbours? Is that what I'm seeing? Interesting. Let me know what you think, Laurie. Can you zoom your cards in a little more? Now I can hold them up for you, but I don't want to start messing about with, unless it's one of these closer. No, I've got one that's further away. I don't want to start messing about with the OBS thing just now, in case I fuck it up. um, so I'll hold these up and let you see them. That's your Seven of Wands and your Prince of Pentacles. Yeah, avoid technical difficulties. Yeah. Right. I don't. Did I have anyone else, Jackie? Was there anyone after Laurie? And Laurie, sorry, was that in any way helpful? I'm interested in the neighbour thing. I just that speaker just caught my eye at the end there, so it did. Uh, so Deanna's making veggie stir fry with peanut sauce. Let's see. Let's switch over to me. You get watched with a group of kids tomorrow. Ah, so it's that kind of a like assessment type thing, right? Okay, cool. Well, I hope it goes well, Jackie, and you can let us know. Um, you can let us know if that Ace of Swords ends up making sense to you. But I think it's going to go amazing. So Shadowed Woodland is saying it's a very good thing for me. The reading matches my energy at the moment. That's good. That's good. Oh, Sarah, that's where you've come in. So I'm sorry I've missed it. You know what I'm like when I'm doing readings, I tend to kind of miss comments. Jackie says Laurie's next. There's no others on the list, right? Okay. So just need to put up with, ow, I just went over my toe, my chair. That was a bit silly. You just need to put up with my face then. Yep, Deanne's saying you'll be great tomorrow, Jackie. You will. Chen says, I'll answer that with a question, Chris. Would anyone like a couple of teenagers? Oh, your kids are lovely. So they are. How are they doing anyway, Jen? Are they doing okay? Thank you. I've got my tea. Oh, sorry, yeah, right. So we're back to on the horse is balancing. Oh, the horse is balancing on tree stumps. Yeah. Thanks, Chris. It describes the current situation. Yes, the neighbours are annoying. The landlord won't fix anything, so I really need to move, I think. Right, okay. Okay, I've got you. Okay. See, to me, the energy of that reading is saying to you, you know, don't take, don't act rashly. and don't do something because someone else is forcing you to. If you're going to make that kind of decision, do it because it's the right decision for you. Okay? Don't do it just because you feel boxed in and put in a position by someone else, because you can, that seven of, let me just move it back. You're that seven of pentacles there. Do you know what I mean? If you need to kind of take them on, then you can absolutely take them on. All right. So you stand your ground and don't let anyone fuck about with you. Thank you, Jackie. So the neighbours pulled up as you were doing the reading, being loud. Sarah, what do I need to know for my job interview? Ooh, when is it? The answer is Sandy. What does Sarah need to know for her job interview? 5th of May. So still got a wee bit of time to go. Right. Oh, so we've got the alien. So are you completely branching out and going for something different, Sarah? I mean, this doesn't strike me as being something that's, you know, that's going to be in your comfort zone and it's going to be the same as what you've done before. There's definitely a lot of transferable skills, because the alien or the hermit definitely talks about, reflecting back on what you've done before and that is what's going to light the way forward. But when you think about the alien, the concept of the alien, it's like it's being on a different planet, being completely outside of your sphere of normality. So I mean, that's like, this is going to take you outside your comfort zone. Let's put it that way. What advice do they have for you? A bit different, yeah. A new challenge, very interesting job. Yeah, it looks it. Um, the advice is the Eight of Pentacles. So go in and be your amazing self. Okay. This isn't like a kind of oh my God, Sarah, you need to do it all different. You're doing everything wrong and you need to kind of come back. And this is the business as usual card. This is the kind of keep churning away. You're already kind of we talked about transferable skills there. Keep doing what you're doing. Um, make sure that you kind of look up the company beforehand, right? So you've got until the 5th of May, which is going to take me a while to. Well, hang on, no, it's not going to take me a while. 8 days to the end, and then 5. So 8 and 5 is 13. So you've got about 2 weeks until the interview. So plenty of time to, study up on the position that you're applying for and study up on the company. Remember that as well. That's always important. Like, study the company. Make sure you've got some questions to ask them, some interesting questions that shows that they know that you've actually done your kind of a homework. Know yourself as well, right? So the hermit, it's like go within. I'm saying hermit, and it's the alien, but it's the same message. Go within. The hermit is all about kind of self-reflection, and it's that kind of know thyself message. Um, when you go for an interview, they're more often than not, they're going to ask you to talk about more often than not, they're always going to ask you to talk about yourself. Yeah, what are your strengths? Why do you think you'll be good for this position? Right, talk me through your CV, or whatever you might call it, your resume. Talk me through it. Tell me a bit about what you've done before. Make sure you're shit hot on all of that, because that kind of thing's going to help you out. And then let's see what we've got for the outcome. Ace of Pentacles. Well, if that's not a good omen for a new job, then I don't know what is. So just like I say, you go for it. You go in and you be your awesome, amazing self. Make sure you study up. Make sure you're kind of going to be in a position to talk about your own strengths. To kind of big yourself up a bit. And yeah, success is there and waiting for you. So I hope that was helpful. trying to see what it is that's beeping. I think it's just I could just close down WhatsApp, kind of. Yeah, I hope that was helpful, Sarah. Probably show you the cards close up, actually, shouldn't I? So that's your alien. This is your 8 of Pentacles. And then your Ace. A wee bit shaky. Okay. Ouch, to me going over my own toe. It was a bit silly, wasn't it? I'll say no, thank you. See, there's a question. They're lovely kids, but that doesn't stop them being painful. You're welcome, Laurie. So you said it was a bit different. Love the idea of an alien as a card or an archetype. Yeah, and do you know what I was thinking? And I said this when I was doing the walkthrough of it, Saoirse. When like the concept of an alien is something that's going to be different to all of us. Do you know what I mean? I might see an alien and think, oh, uh, like if I'm the alien, then I'm outside my comfort zone. I'm in a completely different place. I'm not even on my own planet. There's no familiarity. There's none of that kind of just that grounded sameness. Um, you might look at the alien card and think, exploring other lands, learning things, and then taking them back to my home planet. So exploring realms that haven't been explored yet, and then bringing that information back to benefit the collective. Someone else might look at the alien and think, oh gosh, might have a bit of a xenophobic response to it, like, oh, strangers, like, it makes me feel uncomfortable. It will all have different reactions to that, and that's what I really like about it. Sue says, the reading you did for me makes perfect sense. I asked about the energy around the move. Your answer was my energy is low and heavy like a burden, so all good. Right, okay, I'm glad. But I hope it goes well, Sue, because I know that it's been a big kind of weight on your shoulders, like for a good bit of time now. So yeah, fingers crossed, and I'll be thinking about you when I'm doing my meditations on a Sunday. I'll think about you and your house move. It's got some great takes, but the imagery is complex. Yeah, and it's it's quite busy to a point where I've got to properly look at it in order to draw. Like, see, you saw it in that reading for was it Laurie that had neighbours, or no? I know when I see the picture. I remember the picture, but not whoever it was that asked me about the housing situation. Um, it was Laurie. Um, you saw it there. I never saw that Knight of Pentacles, the boombox, until I held it up close. Now that's maybe a sign that I need to have my glasses on, but it's one of those decks where you do need to be kind of paying attention and looking closely. So that's maybe the only thing that makes it a wee bit difficult to work with. But I mean, as long as you are kind of bearing that in mind, it's a pretty cool deck. There's a lot in it. Jackie works for age 4, 5, and 6. Wow. I can barely handle one toddler, never mind a whole room of them. I can barely handle. I love my nephew, by the way. So we've got a nephew. Sandy's brother's got a wee boy, and he's 1. He'll be 2 in November, and he's just started saying, like, speaking. And I got a Snapchat yesterday of him saying not Uncle Sandy, but he was saying Sandy and trying to say Chris as well. But Chris is quite a hard word to say for kids, so it was just like it was just some wee like noise, and then gets this at the end. That makes a lot of sense. That's good. I'm glad, and you're very, very welcome. So yeah, best of luck, and let us know how you go on, Sarah. Please, come back to us and let us know how it goes. Sarah's dinner's ready. Going to scooch, but check back later. Just remember my last evaluation for teaching dance a handful of years ago. Don't forget to use the kids' names. And part of my nervousness, I was being too casual, I think. I bet you would be amazing, though. I could imagine you being great with kids, Diane. What kind of ages do you teach, like, dance to? Is it all different ages, or have you got like a certain age group that you tend to work with? We don't really still need the table, do we? I was just so focused on all the other important things and forgot that simple thing, which I otherwise always did. Yeah. Then for Jackie, the struggle is keeping them on task and chatting about random things or leaving their chairs, and not chatting about random things or leaving their chairs. Yeah, but it'll be fine, Chris says. So last time I took care of kindergarten kids in school, one stood on a desk and started to cut her hair. Oh my goodness. Wow. Well, that's not going to happen, Jackie. You're going to be fine. Don't let Sue put the fear in you. We have one like that, but I'm hoping the obs will be over before his turn. 3 to 87. Just 5 high school dancers right now. Oh, that's cool. Cross my fingers for you. Where are we? We're at 11:15. But I'm not so fussed about timing anymore because I'm not like up at 6 for work in the morning, which is nice. So I'll get a wee bit of a long night. In fact, I wonder if I know when you're coming over. Wonder if that's one of the bleeps that went off. Oh, I was thinking the usual 8:30. Right, okay, cool. Sorry, you guys don't need to. Don't care what time they're coming over tomorrow. Sorry. But yeah, because I'm not up early, I'm not like, oh, it's 11 o'clock, I need to get to bed. Yeah, sip before my tea goes cold, eh? Oh, so has anybody got anything exciting on this weekend? What are you all doing? We are going for a walk round the loch with Sandy's brother and wife are coming over with my nephew. So we're going to see them. We're going to go for a walk. And I've got the first Mary Elzum on Friday, on Sunday at 4 o'clock. I'm going to say it in the Zoom. One of the things I was going to say about the Zoom and or the YouTube Live, if there's anyone who has perhaps a health condition or any different learning styles, learning abilities, that if there's something that some reasonable adjustment that I can make that will make things easier, then I'd like to do that. If it's something I can do to help I can, then I will. So let me know. So for example, if having a copy of the slides to have on your own screen and be able to zoom in and out of and whatever, if that would help, then let me know. I'm happy to kind of send that across. It might be anything. Just give me a shout, and if there's anything that I can do, then please let me know. Okay. That little girl is going to put you through the ringer tomorrow. Better get some sleep, says Tian. That's true. That's very true. She will. I don't even think she goes for naps anymore in the afternoon, so I don't get like my 2 hour break. I need to. Another thing I need to do. I need to sort Maise's Viv. So one of my snakes, my corn snake Maise, I've got her like kind of adult size vivarium, but I need to kind of put the heat emitter, the ceramic heat emitter in the garden stuff. I need to set it up. So that's something that I need to do. I'll maybe try and do that tomorrow while Sophie's kind of playing with her kitchen and her piano and stuff. Tarot class on Saturday. Mary L with you on Sunday. Oh, good. I'll be glad to see you there. So I'm excited. Vacation starts tomorrow at 4 or 5 p.m. Are you going live tomorrow, Deanne? I'm going to a jewellery workshop on Saturday. Makes a change from grinding rust out of the van. Nice, Saoirse. That'll be cool. Justin is going to Del Frisco Steakhouse on Sunday, taking a workshop with Rachel, where she's reading your cards. I'm not bragging. Yes, you are. No, I'm kidding. That'll be good. I'm excited for you. Actually, I'm going to be our guinea pig in the workshop. House or garden cleaning / sorting. Oh, that'll be cool, Jackie. Well, actually, no. I'm just being polite there. If I'm totally honest with you, cleaning the house and the garden doesn't sound like fun at all. But I'm sure that your house will look beautiful, and as will your garden. Learning styles can be hard to juggle. Yeah, I know, and it's just we think like sometimes there's something we we like something little that I can do, that can make a big difference. Like so, for example, like for Jilly, I've sent Jilly a copy of, or I'm going to send her a copy of the slides, and that like when me putting stuff up on a screen, for anyone who does have like kind of impairments in their vision, it's going to be really difficult for them to. Well, they're not going to be able to see it, so they'll just be going off what I'm saying. But if they've got a copy for themselves that they can kind of have on their own system or zoom in or zoom out or whatever, it's a small thing. It takes me 2 seconds to send that on, but it kind of lets someone else just engage and makes it that much easier for them. So yeah, if there's something like that I can do for someone, then I'm more than happy to. And I'm going to be saying that at the start of each of the sessions as well. Hen doesn't have any exciting plans. Also having a section of trees cut down. So the whole day on Saturday will be accompanied by a chainsaw. Right. Have you got your what was it, St. Joseph? The wee statue that you're supposed to bury? Have you got that done? Oh, Jackie, you're a wee sweetheart. Thank you. Do you know it's funny? Like, see when you start off going live, like for anyone who's used, in fact, see whilst we're here, and whilst it's just us friends chatting, Justin, you were asking me a question. You asked me how do I do, um, how do I do the countdown? I'm going to show you. So you can see my screen just now. But if I move this over here, you will be able to see StreamYard, and I'm sending this all into the quantum zone because the phantom zone because of this. But see, if you look over at the right hand side, you can see the brand. You click on brand and then the countdown is there. You just click that and it starts and it automatically mutes you and unmutes you once the countdown's done. And what I normally do is click the countdown, then hit start broadcast. And yeah, it's as easy as that. So there you go. How handy was that? Chloe's 18th next week. Is Chloe only 17th? I didn't know that. I thought Chloe was like, I don't know, I just thought she was like 19 or something. Wow. I had no idea. Nothing like your child's birthday to make you feel old. Yeah, but when you look as young as you do, Hen, it's fine. Going to sort my whole card collection soon. Pick out the ones that go up for sale. Would anyone be interested if I video it? Yeah, Justin's doing something like that next week, isn't you, Justin? Like a kind of a live next Wednesday or Wednesday coming. Just like kind of, is that right? Yeah, am I talking shite? Just cards that you're putting up for sale. But yeah, no, that would be cool, sir. Definitely. Just let us know when it's up. Remember, you can kind of post if you're in the Barely Balanced Tarot group. You can post in there and let people know that you've put a video up. Hence, she's very independent for a live yard sale. That was it. Very independent for her age. Right, guys. Shall we call it an evening? Well, I love you and leave yous. I hope that everybody has an amazing rest of their Thursday. It's my weekend now, so I'm excited. I'm excited to see my niece tomorrow because I've not seen her in a few months. And yeah, it's going to be an amazing weekend, I'm sure. Yeah, I hope you guys all have a great time as well. I will hopefully see you all on, if I don't see you before, see you all on Sunday at the Mary L Zoom. I'm really excited for it. And I'm just hoping that it goes as smoothly as the picture I've got in my head. But yeah, take care, everyone. And I shall speak to you all soon. Bye.